Hey guys, what's going on? Pete here. I'm bringing you yet another video. This video is focusing on another modification I put on the car. I was thinking, what else can I do that's pretty practical and easy for the car? So as you guys can see from these 3 letters, we have an APR intake. I finally pulled the trigger. I finally made up my mind at what I was going to do next to the car. And yes, I went right with this this APR intake. I absolutely love it. Installation was pretty darn easy. Not super hard, especially getting out that old one was pretty quick. I think it took me 5 minutes. And I've never done this stuff before, so it was new to me, but it was very easy to get out the old one. As far as putting this one in, the only thing that was a little different is you actually had to mount it in, and the car was kind of, I don't want to say ready, but like, as you guys can see there, it's focused, there we go. It had to mount into a little, it's not even fully in, but I think with my, with the damage that my vehicle endured this past winter as far as front end damage, which is all fixed now, but some things have shifted and I don't think that's ever going to fully go into place, but regardless, it's screwed in right at the back here, and that's one of the hardest things about this install is you have to, unless you have the tools for it, I just put a microfiber right here and cross my fingers that I wouldn't lose that screw, but you have to mount a screw right here and that holds the intake, it helps hold it in place. As far as other ways of holding this in, there's a little bit of a, I guess you could say, a gasket kind of on the bottom of this intake, and it mounts into one of the two. I think the other one is it's right around here, and that the stock intake, it mounts into 2 of those. It has 2 gaskets and it plugs right into those little spots quite easily. It actually pops out really easily too. So putting this in, you have to be really careful, make sure the gasket doesn't go inside the actual intake, because this is all hollow, and inside you have to have the filter, and it's only that way just to allow more air inside and to allow a little bit of ease when swapping out filters. So as you guys can see here, I have that, I think it's called the secondary, I don't want to say breather, but I don't know the name of it. Maybe air filter. It's obviously a secondary air filter of some sort, but you had to get this. Unfortunately, it was a little bit more. It added, I think, altogether this is like $474, which is a lot of money for an intake. I told somebody how much I spent on this intake, and they thought I was crazy, but I mean, for some of you guys who have this intake, you kind of know, like, oh, it's worth the money, especially down the road if you do tunes, which is something that I really want to do later on, and probably not this year because I just don't have enough time with the car, but this next upcoming spring we'll be seeing some cool stuff going on with the GTI.